Thursday, 13th of April. Is it lucky 13? We'll find out. I'm now going to try a little shave test. I'm using the Cella Red for the lather today because it's a very, very kind lather. It's the almond oil which somehow has been engineered into it. It's not a dear soap, it's a very cheap soap actually. But it is absolutely wonderful. I've used it many times. I'd certainly recommend using any Cella product. Anyway, main thing today is to do a quick shave, but I want to test something. I want to test a deep hollow against a very flat grind, against a wedge. So I've got my Max Sprecher wedge, the one with the gorgeous green keranite scales, which I had to regrind the blade because it had still a residual warp in it. It came from Dr. Matt, who had done a pretty good job, except it wasn't all the way out. So I thought, no, I'm not having this. So anyway, about a year ago, I butchered it, and there's a little tiny bit of hone wear on the spine because I was trying desperately to get some sort of concord between the spine and the edge, which it wasn't, but it is now. Anyway, the other day, if you ever watched, I had a very, very good shave with it. So I thought, why not give it the ultimate test today and test it against a Philharmonic or a Special, which, as we all know, is probably the best hollow ground razor ever made. And this is an original with the very rare stamp on the tang. It's actually got the eagle stamp on the tang, and of course it's the curved address, so you know it is a Series 1. So we're going to put a Series 1, probably best razor ever made, against a custom Max Sprecher, which will be, of course, a bit of an epiphanal moment for me. I've been deeply hollow ground razor shaving for the last couple of years, coming up 2 years, and had great joy with it. I was a little bit afraid of wedges, because wedges, very little feedback. But anyway, enough of this. Let's get on with the shave. Here we go. Look at the size of the spine on that. Bloody hell. That is what all razors should be like when they grow up. This is a full-grown, man-sized razor. But this is an incredible antique. As I say, you can read it, chaps. Don't know how good I am at getting these things straight. There's the curved address. There's the 14 on the stamp, and there's the eagle. As you can see, it's got all its gold panel on it with a special on it. This is a keeper. Not only that, it's also got a little Philharmonica in silver on the scales. So, lucky me. Anyway, let's try and see. Yeah, listen to that sing. Oh goodness. As you'd expect. No hesitation, and this is about, I think we came up nearly 4 days stubble. That's just not there. This is a total stubble killer. Loads of feedback. The one thing I would say is I hanging hair tested both razors just now, and I got them to a stage with quite a few repetitious strops on my Kaneyama strop, which of course is a shell cordovan horsehide, probably the best ever made. Unfortunately, Mr. Naomi, I think, has passed away, that made them, and there's no one to replace him. But This is chewing off stubble beautifully. However, that wasn't the test, was it? The test is to see what it's like against an equally well stropped Max Sprecher wedge. So there's your wedge. This is a bloody lovely giant of a razor. But let's see how it compares on the other side of my mush with a Philharmonica. Yeah. Well, Mr. Sprecher, you certainly put a damn good temper and you use the very best steel. This is as gentle as the Philharmonica. That's not sensible, is it? Not quite as comfortable. We're comparing some very different styles. I would honestly say I'm pleasantly surprised with the Sprecher, whereas I expected nothing but the best with the Philharmonica. This is a very hard test. I think anybody will be very glad to use a Sprecher like this. It does perform very, very well. Let's put a little bit more lather on. We'll go against the grain. I've got some work to do, so I'm not going to make this a long shave. I had a little bit of an epiphany when it comes to welding. It was a terrible stormy day yesterday. Didn't know what to do with myself. Off the Isle of Wight, the needles received 96-mile-an-hour blasts, and it was about 55, 60 mile an hour here on the coast. Didn't enjoy it, can't concentrate when it's a storm. So I thought about it and I went out to my workshop and I thought, no, I'm going to try a totally different approach to this welding project. Look at that. Gentle giant. Oh, isn't that nice? Hasn't really got the feedback, as I said before. I think for feedback, you want a deep hollow, but for precision, this is amazing. Yeah, that got right underneath my nose, which is a little bit more difficult with a deep hollow. I'm sure others will disagree. But that's, it's always surprising me. I really wouldn't have thought I would have got such a good result. Yeah, not quite what I expected. Let's try a fool's pass on the other side. Yeah. I still think I'd prefer a lot more practice. What a lovely gentle giant. That did such a nice job. But, that's not fair. Let's do the same with this incredibly antique, beautiful Philharmonica, a special. If this does as good a job, it's going to be very hard to call. But at the moment, I'd honestly say if you want precision, no stalling, then I'd go for the Max Sprecher. Also, it's got some big old heft behind it. But if you want delicacy of touch, the Philharmonica. Listen to the protesting noise a Philly makes. Yeah, the Philly is telling you exactly what it wants. Oh my goodness me, the feedback on this thing is crazy. Absolutely crazy. This is a Stradivarius. And this is the Hulk. You take your pick. I'm going to try and get hold of some more Max Sprechers from my very dear friend Sergio Bandafrito. Hi Serge, who is at the moment splitting his collection of wonderful custom razors. And I thought, well, here's a chance for me to get some wonderful kit. You only live once. And I thought, why not? So in the next few videos, if and when they arrive, I'll have some different Sprechers to try. And one wolf blade, which I've been dying to get my paws on ever since Sergio designed it. And that's for another day. Let's concentrate on this one. Let's see. Just a little tiny touch more. Let's see what we can do. Well, the Sprecher had already done it, so this is a bit of a waste of time, really. Going over the same area 3 times is a bit odd. And there's still 1 or 2 little bits of stubble in the corner. So, without boring you all to death, if there's anybody going to be watching this, I do hope you do. I do my best to make these shaving videos interesting by using the most diverse soaps and lavas and blades I can find, all of which is a wonderful learning process, because I'm still a relative novice compared with the greats out there. I've learned so much from watching other people's wonderful videos. And the skills that our masters like Gary Hayward have for honing is incredible. So, you know, it's a long road. We need more people to come on board. So if you're relatively new, or you are new to straight razor shaving, it's worth it. It's a long journey, but it's worth it. The skills you build up are incredible. Never be afraid of learning new skills. This will improve your hand-to-eye coordination. It's manly. Not everybody wants to be a little beardy boy, do we, eh? Yeah. Well, that is going to do me, chaps. So I wish you a wonderful Thursday. Thanks for watching my strange method of shaving. It has been a joy. So there you go. There is a Max Spracker True Wedge. There is the ultimate in hollow grinds, which is a Philharmonica Antique Special. One against the other. This for comfort, this for butchery. This will take off a little beardy boy's beard in 2 seconds flat. This, oh, pure comfort and luxury. Anyway, chaps, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I'm going to get on and do some work. I'll see you another day. If you like this, please subscribe. Please subscribe and tick the like box. Have a wonderful day. See you all soon. Bye for now.